co-workers now, so we're going to clap it up for ourselves right now for being in here today.
Yeah.
Listen, now I see why with Nori and Drink Champs it works so well. It'd be 15 niggas in the background just ready to clap. But happy Sunday. This week we wanna kind of take it a slightly different direction. You know what I mean? And highlight two very dope, funny, fun, influential men in the area we know as Philadelphia. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves, tell you what they do, and then I'll explain why I wanted to talk to them.
I'm V. the barber,
Okay.
also known as V. or Vinny. I'm from Philly Cuts, 4409 Chestnut Street. I cut hair, I do multiple things. Y'all get to know me a little bit during this whole presentation of this podcast.
He's a smooth guy, man. He's always been a very smooth brother here.
Yeah.
And who else we got over there next to you, Vic?
Yo, this is Reese the barber. Also cut down at Philly Cuts. Been cutting for about 20 years now.
Sheesh.
Been around, man. Been around.
20 years. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. You look like you're about 27. You know what I mean?
Thank
28,
you.
You know what I mean, on certain days. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
But damn, so obviously, in our community, you know what I'm saying, the barbershop is a transformative place, right? It's not like you go to the barbershop, you could be having the worst day ever. You go in the barbershop, the right barbershop, you're going to go in there, you're going to come out with some knowledge, you're going to come out with your spirits lifted, you're going to hopefully come out looking good. If they fucking you up in there, you ain't trying to go back. But
True indeed.
how did y'all first get into this side here? You know what, I'm going to be a barber.
I'm gonna let him go first because he got all the years of experience.
Right. 20 years, that's okay.
Me and him got a unique connection of how we start, being tight. So I'm gonna let him tell his story because I actually come after his story.
Okay, so you actually get him.
Yeah.
So he started you barbering. Okay, all right. I'm gonna tell my barber story in a minute when y'all done. Go ahead.
That's what's up. I was at a point in my life where I was working, and the job that I was working at, it wasn't. I had high expectations, and they definitely didn't appreciate my viewpoint and things, and so they kept me at a certain spot, and I just got frustrated, and I already graduated high school, and I was looking forward like that. What do I really want to do? Where I'm gonna be happy? You know what I mean? That's my whole thing. I wanted to do something that I'll be happy. The money will come, but I just wanted to be happy. That's how I feel about a lot of stuff. And I was on the sub coming from my grandmother's going to 15th Street train station. I just seen this dude, man. He had like 8 girls with him. They was having a good time, laughing, joking. They had their own lingo. I was like, dang. I felt envious. I was like, dang, how can I be down like that dude? And then so we got off at 15th Street, and they all got up together, and they all picked up a bag, and they said, Gore Empire Beauty School. I said, I gotta go there.
Right. Okay.
I poked my head in there, see what it was going, heading for it, and I ended up liking it. Beautiful surroundings, like 30 women there, and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
7 guys.
Sign me up, coach.
Women always get us.
They do.
I just was locked in, and through there I met rubbed shoulders with some good resources, and once I bounced out of there, I went straight to a shop on 40th Street.
Okay.
I met my homie Nafis the barber. He around. I met him at Gordon Phillips, and that's how I came to 40th Street, and then 40th Street moved on to Philly Cuts.
So you've been at Philly Cuts for a minute. First of all, I got to give a shout out to my dog Zori Godwin, because obviously I moved to Philly. You know what I'm saying? I had hair when I first got here, right? Now, I promise you, I didn't lose my hair at Dave Barbershop. Like, that was a Jersey thing, but, I was stressed. Like, you know what I mean? Like, going to get a haircut is a real thing. So, shout out to Zori, because I called him because I know he's from the area. He's like, yo, go to Philly Cuts. I'm like, all right, well, who do I ask for? He said, nigga, anybody. He said, anybody in there strap you. I'm like, and this before I understood Philly lingo. See, like, they're strap you. I'm like, nigga, that don't sound like something. I'm trying to be, you know what I mean? But, okay, so shout out to Philly Cuts. But again, V, how you get into it?
All right, so
give us your barber story.
My journey is totally different. Barber was never on my radar, never thought of. I had respect for the game, but I didn't really know the game, like from the barber perspective. I was from the consumer perspective. Us African Americans, we want to stay laced, want to stay sharp, so barbershop was a must. And like you said, you get all your information from there. But my journey started, ironically, from state penitentiary.
Okay, so this is all right. It's
Yeah,
about to get
so-
good. Let's take a shot to you coming home. You surviving that and coming home. You know what I mean? For real, for real.
Yeah, so I was about, I'm gonna say 7 years in state penitentiary, at SCI Fayette, and I was just tired of being there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yo, man, I'm burnt out. I did everything I can do here. So all the people that don't know, when I went upstate, I ain't do no labor jobs.
Okay.
I already was a high school graduate, already 1 year in college. So I did a vocational trades, money smarts,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And I did like little CI shop stuff that paid like good in jail. But my focus was on workout, sports, and in education. So I knew I was gonna need a job when I got out. So I'm playing chess in the yard one day with this old head. He was like, dang, I know what's up, man. You ain't just up there. I said, man, I'm just burnt out of the jail shit. Like, I need to get out. I need to get closer to home. He said, man, you on visits all the time. I said, that's not the point. It's stress on my family coming all the way 5.5 hours to see me. I need to get home.
Right.
So he was like, yo, well, go to barber program. My exact words, no lie. Fuck, I look like being a barber. Man, I ain't cut nobody here. You got to be crazy. I go in the cell. Next morning I wake up, hit the yard fresh and early. OG, how
I signed
I
up for that.
sign up
Right,
for that
right,
joint.
right,
I gotta get out of
right.
here. So he told me go holler at my counselor. I holler at my counselor. 10 days later, I'm down at SCI Code Township in the barber program.
Look at God.
You know what I mean? Get my license, come home. And it's ironic because the owner of Philly Cut, Daryl, that's my cousin.
Okay. Shout out
Right.
to Daryl. Clap it up for Daryl.
And,
That's my guy.
I had two cousins that owned barbershop. Ralph, who used to cut me from when I was born to about 8 and 9.
Mm-hmm.
And Daryl had a shop, but when I was going through that transition, Daryl was in college. I ain't, know he was got a shop. When he got his shop, I was upstate
Right,
in the streets knowing me. So anyway, a cousin of ours, Skeeter, took me down to Philly Cuts. Daryl, you know how he is. He
Daryl
drill
fucking with you.
Yeah,
You gonna come in and cut head, nigga, or you gonna come in here and fuck around?
Exactly.
JB, look at this nigga, JB. Look at him.
So I'm like, no, man, I got my stuff. So I called him next day. Yeah, I'm about to buy all this stuff. It's running me about $3,000. He said, what? Where you order? I said, online. I said, no.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you where you gotta go. So I go get my stuff. Now the transition was tough. I'm gonna keep it 100. It was tough.
Transition from the streets to the
No,
or
just cutting. Period.
okay.
I call myself a chameleon. I feel like I can adapt to anything. It don't
Okay.
matter. Upstate, outstate, outside the house. It don't matter.
Right.
Transition for me is a different story from prison to there because I was always level-headed, got a good mindset.
Got you.
Everything that I did that people would presume negative, I made that choice. It wasn't influence. It wasn't nothing. I made that choice.
That's
So I
responsibility.
always knew how to, handle myself through situations. But the transition of just getting clients, man, because nobody in the hood know how to cut.
Right.
Never seen me cut while they sit in my chair.
Right, we not
Then,
doing that.
I'm from North Philly. I'm in West Philly.
Right.
So it's like, I don't know a lot of these cats out here. Who this bull? He new too? Then he fresh out the pit?
Right,
Oh,
no, we
man.
can't trust him. He got
Yeah, so it was a struggle getting there. Daryl with me there at 7. I ain't trying to get there at 7. I ain't getting money. I'm going on job interviews. This barbershop may kick around. I ain't really trying to do it.
Right.
One day, this boy,
This way, okay.
This way he
come
coming
back
in.
together.
this boy, well, we knew each other's name. He's like, yo, Doc, you cutting? I'm like, yeah. He said, I got somebody. Yo, he'll cut you. So I was like, oh, shit. All right, yeah, I cut, boy.
Right, right.
So, get in the chair, cutting. Somebody else happened to notice me cutting. Who you got next? Oh, I ain't got nobody. You next. And from there it went. So this
Start
boy
clucking.
gave me my first cut. And then my first cut, when you used to cut him when he was younger, right?
I cut his pop.
His pop. So my first cut turned out to be what we call our MVP clients. I still cut him to this day. I didn't watch this boy go to high school,
Right,
graduate
right,
college.
right.
He in the second year of employment. I ain't gonna say what he make, but he doing
Right,
good.
right.
You know what I mean? But he gave me the alley-oop. Gave me the alley-oop. I ain't never looked back. And he'll tell you, I wasn't shy. Like, when I struggle with stuff, I ask him, I ask T, who used to be with us. Shout out to T the barber.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? And them two guys, you know what I'm saying, along with JB, they'll help you along the way, but you gotta want it.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? And I've been cutting for almost 8 years now and loving and appreciating the game, all the networking,
Right.
all the celebrities, all the athletes. He'll tell you.
We're going to get into that, too. I didn't know who here.
So-
if you cutting Ben Simmons here, this is personally your fault. You should have been in the chair with me, nigga.
I got a story with Ben Simmons, but it wasn't about cutting his hair.
Shit. I heard Ben a wild boy. Listen, so
He's
real
smooth,
quick,
he's smooth, he's smooth.
we're going to get there. We got a lot that I want to talk to you guys about. But number one, shout out to black men y'all see what happens. The moral of that story for me is help the man next to you, that especially the man that's trying.
Yeah.
Because he could have been like on some barber shit. No, wait, I got you in about a half hour.
Yeah, absolutely. We had a barber, I ain't gonna say no names, that was like that 24/7. He had 2 waiting, still try to get a whole line of 10.
See, I'm gonna be honest, right? It was so strange to me because I remember, Daryl was my, original barber. You know what I'm saying? And I go see Daryl, but Daryl started getting busy.
Yeah.
So it's an offense to go see another barber, let alone another barber in the same shop. I'm like, oh, they gonna look at me like the barbershop whore. Like, I already know. But it was so, like, the way that y'all, he like, bro, we family. He said, you go see anybody in there. And I look, because him tossing you that, again, I've only known you from Philly.
Yeah.
All I ever see is your chairs packed. You know what I mean? You be talking shit about sports and LeBron and shit. Listen, shout out to Brian. We're going to get into that a little bit later, too.
Just to piggyback off what you said, because I work multiple jobs, this man can tell you how many times I call him, Reese, I need a favor. Like, what? Need you to cut this bowl for me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That actually helps you keep your clientele in.
I do, though.
Because, listen, money come and go. You're going to get it, you're not going to have it. I didn't have a lot of money, had no money. Sat in jail with nothing. You know what I mean? Came home and earned a whole lot. So I look at it like this. If I'm away or I can't be there, they go reliable source. When I come back, he back in my chair.
Right.
And if I leave and he can't get to me, guess what? That's a whole new client for him.
Right. It's all full circle. I think, like I said, I love to hear stuff like that, especially with everything that we got going on. I try not to get too serious, but we got a lot of cases that's got some verdicts coming out. We got clear evidence that person A can go out here and do whatever he want, and he can cry some tears. So it's, again, we have, as black men, I feel like, have to start changing the narrative. Right. Especially, look, and we're going to segue into what I like to call how to survive in Philly. And from now on, anybody that's from Philly, when you come on my show, be prepared. I'm asking you, you got to give some advice to somebody not from Philly, they move to Philly tomorrow. I need some advice on how do they survive in Philly. Because, again, to hear this story and to know they saying, oh, Philadelphia, we hit 500 murders? Yeah. It's like you not understanding that it still is the city of brotherly love. But, again, I'm going to give my advice at the end. I've been here for a little minute now. But if you had to tell somebody how to survive in Philly, what would you say?
Get a gun.
Oh,
you definitely want to protect
He not bullshit.
You definitely want to protect
Self-protection is first.
To me, at this point, man, I was around the nightlife, like the clubs and stuff for a while, and then COVID opened up a lot of things. So when after COVID, I go back into the club and look around. It's like it's totally different now. You know what I'm saying?
Sure,
so hey, get out. If you out there, get you something that you can hold down.
For real.
Stay in the house and invest in yourself.
Listen,
stay out the way. Work. Go part. If you're gonna go take a trip. You know what I mean?
Just stay out the way.
Stay out the way.
In essence.
So for me, first importantly, my message would be self-control. I always had this thing, even now when I was in the streets, to me not being in the streets now, self-control. You control you. If I'm in a combative situation, and this boy not really opposing the threat, but he just talking shit, fuck out of here.
Right.
Keep it moving. It saved me less energy, especially with the telling rate going up now. It saves you a lot of less energy to avoid the conflict. Then sometimes conflicts can't be avoided in Philly. Like, no matter how much you turn your back, they're going to keep pushing. At that point in time, you just got to protect yourself and hope for the best. But most importantly, I tell people, stay in their lane. Don't do nothing out of character. And another number one key is don't be afraid to say no.
Right.
I've been in a lot of situations when I used to be in the street life where my homies called me a sucker because I was like, nah. Because you got to analyze the situation. Oh, we about to ride out on some dumb shit. I'm cool. I'm going to fall back.
That's a no.
I'm going to fall back. So you dudes be scared to say no or scared to be looked at as a nut in the crew. But it's about survival.
Right.
Surviving, you ain't never being a nut. That's what people got to realize.
See, now what I hear in you is what I like to call maturity, right? Like, it's a beautiful thing, and we all kind of go through these ways. The issue is it's not men of our age that's out here causing the most ruckus. It's the 19, 17. So one of the questions that I heard asked in the barbershop, and Daryl asked us a lot, what can we do about the violence? Like, come on, what can we do? And I hear all kinds of things. Start taking out insurance policies. That niggas is still dead that way. Yeah, he's still dead. You know what I'm saying? Insurance policy or not. But the question is, how do we cut down on the violence in Philly? And it's, I'm gonna be honest, I would like to know from y'all perspective what y'all see. You know what I mean? That is obviously causing it. Because even in that question, how to survive in Philly, first thing was get a gun. So it was all about, listen, be ready, because it's war.
Anything can happen, yeah.
Right, and it's so. I'll let y'all kind of
All right.
dive into that.
All right, so how can we change it? First, you got to recognize everybody can't be saved. Everybody ain't meant to be saved. Some people just won't be lost, and they got to stay lost. I feel like those who are out here putting out a positive image, positive action, spend too much time on people that don't want to be saved. The time you spend on somebody that want to keep messing up and keep doing that, you're not giving up, but you got to let them swim. Because you might have 2 or 3 other people here that really want your help, really need your help.
And, you can't
and that's the part where I think we fall off at. Like sometimes our passion for an individual and their story clouds our vision of that. Yo, he really don't want it like that.
Right, and make you a slave to him.
Yeah, so you gotta tone it down. You give them 100%, drop the 50, and give somebody else the other 50%. You know what I'm saying? And another thing is, even though much I don't like the voting ish, but the vote locally. State representatives, city council, local judges, because that's the ones who you're seeing in court.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And hold accountable. But most importantly, on a whole nother topic as far as like the police stuff, we need police to start policing police. Because us as a community, us as civilians, we only can go so far. We got to put in paperwork. We got to protest.
And it goes nowhere.
It goes nowhere, or it's a super long process.
Right.
Whereas an officer, if you notice an officer, white, black, Puerto Rican, whatever you are, doing something that's not protocol, you is as guilty as him.
I agree.
That's where we are. And I don't understand, me personally, as far as the African-American police officers, I don't want to say they suckers, because they are not, but a lot of them are suckers because they see it, and they don't challenge it. If you really for black lives, or just lives, period, because that's when you sign up that oath to be a police officer, it's lives, period.
Right. It is no.
Then you need to check your fellow officers. You still, it's just like coming up when y'all kids, you and your homies. If your homie doing something, now y'all not police, your homie's doing something nutty, you'll check them. Y'all argue, but at the end of the day, y'all be cool. Why is not like that with police officers? Check your partner. Y'all argue, but y'all still got to work together.
You know why? And I think that's a great point. That's majority versus minority still.
Yeah.
And the police force is the same way we see it in America. White people control and run and are the larger population of the police force. I like that. One thing I think would be a simple solution, and it may not be the most practical, but to be a police officer in a particular area, you got to live there. Why? Because now you're not about to be slamming my kids up and then going to the shop right to get your coffee, bro. Like that's not now and because I think a lot of it comes from a fear, right? White people, most people are afraid of black people for some reason. That's just the stereotype. I call it the pit bull effect. According to the stereotypes, the pit bull is the most vicious, ravenous, scariest dog. That's the farthest thing from the truth.
Yeah, you got to make it that.
Right. If you know it can be that. But for the most part, that's not it. But that's what is portrayed. So with black people, they make everyone terrified of our image and who we are. And then we end up in these situations where now police are like, I shot him because I was afraid. All right, well, if you live in this community, how could you say that now? At the end of the day, how can you be afraid of the people that you're living next door to?
And I never seen so many scary people with a gun.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest.
Like, yo, I never seen so many scary people with a gun. Like, you scared, you just shoot. So if you had no gun, you would run.
like I'm gonna be honest. I want to know what happened back in the day when it wasn't like, you know what I mean? When before that, when cops had to walk the beat with their baton.
Well,
I'm
a person on that, even though I wasn't out there back in the day. When you already got a group of people, the minorities, that's already naturally scared from you because it was racism heavy back in the day. You walk with confidence. The fear now is that you can't smack a dude upside the head and he just going, regardless of your cop or not, let you ride. So now you gotta know you gotta be in full war combat. On the street. Now everything flashed before your eyes. My thing is, for all them Caucasians that's out there that's listening, if you're trying to become a police officer and you know you're scared, don't become a police officer.
Right.
Because your scaredness can have you take an innocent life. Or have you shoot up a situation that didn't cause to be shot up. You know what I mean? Now I understand about being on point. Everybody gotta be on point no matter what, but all that you fear for your life when there's no gun involved or no nothing, that's baloney.
That's where it's different.
That mean you don't need to be on the streets. You need to be in the house watching TV with your family.
Or make that a paperwork cop.
Yeah.
All they do is when
the
paperwork come through, they click into it, and you know what I mean, they keep it simple. I mean, all right. So then, obviously, like I said, these cases, everything that's going on. How do y'all feel about, obviously what happened with Ahmad? That they found him guilty of murder. Do you feel like it's enough? Is my question. And what time is it? 8:27. We're gonna take a break in about 3 minutes. But before we get there, I want to know, because I don't know if it's enough. I feel like it doesn't make up for all the other cases where they didn't handle it the right way. But
I think the further, the higher we go up on that ladder is we know it was basically a hate crime, but now let's see the people that was trying to cover it up. As far as I think they pulled somebody, I forget the lady's name, but she got in trouble. I think she was like I don't want to say give her a wrong title, but she was somebody that had authority to like kind of push this under the rug, and
she did that.
And they pulled her. Let's see what they do with her.
Listen, it ain't enough. It ain't enough. I say you want it to be enough. We gotta start talking about these reparations at this point, and then we can, maybe at that point we could walk away. We ain't never gotta talk about slavery, black people. We ain't gotta mention none of it again. But until y'all make that right, this conversation's not going anywhere. But what you gonna say?
I don't think it's enough either. I mean, I think it's beyond the fact of being guilty, because that's just one person of many.
Right.
They need to change the rules and regulations and structure of the justice system. Then we can start from there. Because all these so-called judges say they go by what the law says. But we all know, we all human. We all have rules and regulations to judge on something, and we still using our personal preference.
Right.
So what makes you think the judge ain't
doing the same thing?
Like with the Meek Mill situation, like personal preference. You use the law to satisfy your personal preference, so you manipulated the situation. Mm-hmm. Now, a lot of these judges do it knowing the fact that, you're going to come back, but it's the time that they took away from you.
Right. And that's the issue. Like, you can't get that. Like, I'm going to be honest, right? And I respect anybody that went to jail. I went to jail for 3 days one time. That's the longest I've ever had to sit. When I tell y'all, that shit fucked my mind up. A couple things changed for me, and we're going to go to break after this. Number one, I stopped listening to all Rick Ross. I still got respect for Ricky, but it was like,
man, that's my favorite rapper right now.
Listen, Ross, if I see him, I'm gonna shake his hand, but I'm gonna probably whisper in his ear like, I went to jail. That CEO shit crazy. They was really on some dickhead shit in there. Yeah. I remember this one lady. I'm at the front of my cell praying hands like, can I please use the phone? She was like, I don't care how much you pray, I'm not opening the door. I said, and you can't talk shit, bitch, fuck you. You can't do none of that, because now it's all, you gonna sit in there even longer.
Yeah, but you can't get the phone.
But yeah, man, going to jail, like I said, anybody that experienced that, my 3 days in it was crazy. Like, first of all, the food, okay? I drank water out the toilet sink, like, I was that thirsty. Like, it was that, you know what I mean? If I die early, it's not COVID vaccine, none of that. It's the time I spent in 3 days.
I got a important message about jail before we take a break.
Oh,
jail is not rehabilitation. They tell you that on TV, they send a message for that. It's not rehabilitation. Rehabilitation is based on the individual that's going into the prison. I done seen a lot of people sign up for programs that don't get it.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? I was one unfortunate few that got between the cracks, but I pursued mine.
Right.
But if you want rehabilitation, you got to take it. The best thing about jail is education is free, college schools, everything you need to get a job, they have it there, but you got to go after it. They don't present it to you like how they tell you, like, this is rehabilitation, we're going to help you do anger management. No. You got to go get it. If you don't go get it, they let you sit there and then use that you didn't do nothing to bang you in the end when you're trying to go home.
See,
that's the secret to that prison life, so y'all know.
We're going to get back into that when we get back. We're going to take a quick 60-second break. Charles Jackson Radio Show, y'all know how this shit go. Yeah. We got to pour up some more to drink or something. It's getting a little solid in here. Damn, I ain't know you done went to penitentiary. Yeah. How young old they are? Y'all the youngest old niggas I ever seen. Like, I ain't been there for 7 years. I'm like, this nigga 24.
Yeah. 10 years in that job. Damn. When that 21 came to 30.
I'm glad
I can't believe the things I saw, we really lived it. I can't believe the things we actually experienced. And all the character flaws that we exhibit. Now it's $1 million paintings at exhibit. Damn, pimp my ride like exhibit. Damn, 2020 where I'm living. God, watch my face, am I tripping? Lord, keep my friends at a distance. Thank the Lord for forgiveness. Thank the Lord for the business. Thank the Lord for the listeners. Thank the Lord for the witches.com. How they link us, Wi-Fi through the links. They love us, so they ink us. We the way, never sink us. Yeah, riders of the name, providers of the right. Freedom fighters when we right. I ain't like Mike, yeah. Fly in a kite, yeah. Higher than Ike, yeah. Higher than the light bill. I got tight skills with some loose hoes. Talking about morals, but they lose those. We don't bless nor do excuse hoes. When weak niggas fall in love and choose those. Cool those, the cool hoes. Expose these doulos, child stars, menudos. That wasn't me, At 23, thought be millionaire, but now look at me.
Look at me. Shout out to Cynical right there. I ain't gonna lie, Cynical. You know what I mean? I've been listening to your project a little bit more and more lately, man. You got some stuff on there, brother. Definitely some stuff on there. But okay. I'm gonna get back into it. See, that's why I need a tech guy. Somebody slide in my DMs, preferably an attractive woman that want to come in. Hey, that's really how it goes. Shout out to Reese, because women got you in the barber, and women will get you to do some crazy shit. There's a dude that jumped into a lake with alligators to impress a woman. I said, that's power of the pussy. It's crazy. Now,
We need to do a battle of the sexes segment, male perspective versus female perspective.
Listen, I'm down. Listen, I need some ladies that ain't scared.
That's the guy.
Listen, all right, I'm with it. We got the space. Ladies, just know, bring your hard-headed asses in. Nah, I'm playing, girl. I be playing with Jones. But okay, we're going to take a shot.
Yeah, we can take a shot. We take a shot to forward thinking, going towards 2022, and vaccinations.
Okay, we got to talk about that. I don't know about that. I'm vaccinated, but I'm gonna be honest. That's actually a great segue.
Yeah, that's a long segue.
What's the issue with black people getting vaccinated?
Let me say this: it's not about black people.
Okay.
They highlight it as black people. It's white people that don't want to get vaccinated too.
That's a fact. Okay,
but
I take that back.
When the narrative is actually equal, they make it us.
Mm-hmm.
To keep it 100, they make it us.
So let me react to that then. Good point. I agree. What's the issue with people getting vaccinated? Because all of us in some way or another are already vaccinated. Like, we're super fucking vaccinated already.
And there's people that's vaccinated that's still getting COVID. So this is what I want to say. It's just choice. I don't know why they stressing it. It's choice. It's like if you want to be a drug addict or a drug dealer. It's choice. You want to have sex protected or unprotected. It's choice. We in the land of the free, and we supposed to have choice.
Right.
You know what I mean? But they want to stereotype. Now they saying it's become my health could become hazardous to his health. All right. Well, if my health could become hazardous to his health in this emergency, a state of emergency, would then give us every damn detail about it. But we don't have to second guess it.
Okay.
Stop giving us this information, then next week is that information. Give us step-by-step detail about it. Don't sugarcoat it, don't leave it out. If it's that dangerous and this, that, and the third, then let's follow suit. Another thing I said, like I point out to Reese, I don't know a lot of America noticed this, but remember when they first mandating people to wear masks? I'm talking about way, way, way back.
Yeah.
How many times did you turn on the news and watch the person that's mandating us to wear masks not have a mask on?
All the time.
So, like, come on, there's imperfections in this shit.
So that part, okay. Reese, you was going to say something?
No, I'm doubling down. It is about choice. Like I said, at the height of it, I was around my grandmother a lot. And to have her safety, thinking, right. I jumped in there and got my vaccination.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but you do become leery about, stuff that's being said, but a lot of stuff is not. You got to hold weight. You know what I mean? You get a lot of. I heard one person said, take the vac shot, rub your shot next to a wash machine, you get a free dryer. You know what I mean? This ain't anything.
Yo, clap it up for what the fuck. Nigga, I would have been right over there like, this shit don't work, nigga. These niggas is lying, man. That is hilarious. Okay.
You hear anything out there?
I mean, so I had a homegirl who was like, something I've been hearing lately, and I can't say that I don't think it's true, is saying nowadays women are more like men than ever, and men are more like women. I'm going to say this real quick and get y'all perspective. The shit I think is true. Like, back in the day, I'm finding women saying shit to me now that I used to say back in the day, like, you know what I mean? Jones is not sensual and soft sometimes. Like, you know what I mean? When you want to get the mood going, you put on what? Some Usher. Depending on how old you are, maybe some Chico the Boy. Some shit. No, these women nowadays they want to get in the mood. They turning on the money bag, the Yo Gotti, and you. It's like, I'm gonna whack your shit, but it's no love in this whack right now. I'm just pounding the pound. But what's your thoughts on this whole concept of men being more like women and women really being more like men now?
I'm gonna let Reese go first, but I'm gonna say this: when I came home from prison, that's absolutely true. That shit blew my mind.
Shit was
That
crazy.
shit blew my mind. Go ahead, Reese.
Yeah, it's different out here now. I mean, women, they pulling them panties down. Niggas is people was running. They
don't wear panties no more. They wear boxers. Get off of me, man. What are you doing?
No, I'm saying they pulling the men panties down.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Getting out of there. I mean, it's just all part of the time, you know, as we move forward and, you know, women get equal rights and stuff. And they're making equal money. Some of them, in cases,
More.
can't bring it in like the homies. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Shout out to the ladies that is bringing in that bankroll, though.
you can't really box somebody out when, you know what I mean, you ain't even, you know what I mean, just your testosterone, that's all you
Right,
bring.
that's all you got over it. Well, do this shit because I'm a man and I said, nigga, you make $6 an hour.
You gotta make it an even
Yeah, but
playing
at the
ground.
same time, my fellas that struggling making that bread, and the woman the breadwinner, she got to give them that same love that before I went to jail, women wasn't rocking like that, and we was holding them down. You could make $6-8 an hour, we'll hold you down.
Right.
So as it changed, we need the women to hold the dudes down too. But at the same time, I gotta agree somewhat with some of the females. Like a lot of these dudes got female tendencies.
It's a different breed.
It's a different breed.
Like,
they get emotional about things.
They want you to take care of them.
Yeah, like,
You know what I mean? Like
no self-drive.
Nothing. It's dudes out here comfortable. Like you met Shorty 2 days ago and you asking her for stuff. Like I'm the type, Joan, I done hit you 17 times. We done kicked it for 6 months, and you like, it's like, man, I'm fucked up. And she's like, why wouldn't you ask me? And I'm like,
I got this.
I'm gonna hit y'all with something, right?
I got this motto before you go. I need everybody to listen to this. Women, y'all choose your boyfriends. Men choose their wives. So be careful how you run your man and things y'all have conflict about. Because it's ultimately all y'all women want to be proposed to. This is why I make this statement. You determine if the dude gonna holler at you no matter what game he got. You determine if you gonna mess with him. So you choose your boyfriend. But at the end of the day, the man get on his knees and he chooses his wife. So how you carry yourself, if you the breadwinner or not, determine if whatever day he gonna get on that knee. Also, you know, his actions too gotta be right.
See, I like that. I ain't gonna lie, we gotta have this conversation. Go ahead, Reese. Go ahead, because I like how he's setting this up. I like what he's doing.
I'm going back to the foundation, right? So, before it was a happy home, mother and father.
Mm-hmm.
Then a wave hit, the epidemic, crack epidemic, a lot of violence got taken out of there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of grief in the upbringing of people. You got men not being home, so you got more timid men and more aggressive females because their dad's not there. And so they take on, I got mine.
Oh, I bet that was.
And they take on more responsibility because they don't have a father, because they the oldest female. So
right.
now she got a little, her shoulders a little bit more defined now.
Right.
You feel what I'm
But
saying?
she got to be stronger. At this point, she's taking on more shit.
And then you got the guys that been babied all their life by their mom. Now you get a strong female, and then like, oh,
Yeah,
I'm
not handle it.
Listen.
So that, you know what I mean? It's a trickle down effect.
So we all experience that. We all see that. So my advice to that is, if you really like this person, if y'all in it to just do what y'all do, establish that from the beginning. Make that agreed upon both sides. But if not, both parties need to take the time to learn the individual. It's always things you ain't going to like. You know what I'm saying? You got to take time to learn the individual. Because if you don't learn the individual, you'll never really know.
Right.
And got to understand this, right? Because I played my parts, doing me. You know what I mean?
As we all do.
You got to stand what you do, bro.
A lot of us can do it, but when it come back around, it's like, what the fuck is this?
And I got this thing, it's like, if you catch me in the act, I ain't creating no more stories. Listen, you got me. This what happened. Blase, blase. Where we go from here? You either gonna ride with me, we gonna work it out, or we gonna go our separate ways. When they keep creating lies and the lies, now you gotta keep up with this. You just making the whole
worse
bad for yourself. Cause I'll run with this thing. Any girl I ever mess with or dealt with, right? When I leave you, you gonna have some negative remarks because I'm not perfect. But you ain't gonna be able to give nobody no bad read on me.
Right.
You ain't, this nigga ain't doing that. You ain't gonna be able to give that. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have faults because ain't none of it's perfect. But my overall
right.
it's going to be good. It's going to be good. You know what I'm saying?
So one thing I can say, especially coming to Philly, shout out to Philly women. Shout out to North Philly women. That's a different breed. When Gilly said the Diamond Street headlock, listen, let me tell you something. If I meet a shorty and she is from the heart of North, she could be missing a tooth. I'm like, look, I mean, we could work with it. You know what I'm saying? We get up in there. You know what I'm saying? But it's a certain level of toughness, and I appreciate it now because it makes you now reevaluate. Like, hold up,
yourself.
I don't gotta be that type. You know what I mean? Like, that ain't really that soft type of. I'm gonna be thorough. And I'm going to still get the respect that I want at the same time, but you're going to know I fuck with you, right?
Words of advice to my bag chasers. This directly for my bag chasers. When you're a bag chaser and this brother lacing you with everything, give you everything, and he start talking to you all crazy, he wants you to do this, where you at being this time, you brought that.
Right, by accepting the gifts.
You brought that. Not only by accepting the gifts, but you got to understand most dudes, when they do everything, it becomes a form of control. Like, why I can't do what I want to do when you're not doing nothing? If you're not doing nothing, then you subject to everything that come with it. So bag chasers, they gotta remember that. You know what I'm saying? And if you want some justice, you gotta pull some weight.
I'm gonna say this to the bag chasers: stop.
It's part of the
going
game.
out here and setting the motherfucking bar so high that regular 9 to 5 nigga. Now you done bought her 2 Birkins. I got her some flowers and chocolates, and it's like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, listen, I'm being funny, but the point is like, I don't know. I just want people to get back to being real. Like, it's people that. And it's confusing to women, I think, because all right, he went and spent $10,000 on you. You think he cares about you? No, the man got $90 grand. That 10 grand wasn't about nothing for him. Yeah. But the guy that has 40 that says, yeah, I'm gonna spend $700 on my joint. Yeah, like that should be worth something. But I think again, it's about what we put our value into, and it's what we listen to in music. It's these fucking rappers. Every other song is a Paddock. It's a Birkin. What's the other shit? A Richard Millie. If you go look at Richard Millie's, y'all please slide in my DMs about this. No disrespect to Richard Millie.
You can't afford it.
But it's an ugly ass watch. And I'm saying this now, but if Richard Millie send my ass a watch tomorrow, I'm in here like, yeah, nigga, these shits fly. But
I'm in the field.
It's a handcrafted made watch. That's what it is. It's a handcrafted made watch. A lot of tedious time put into it. But the price tag on it is ridiculous. But if you can afford it, to me personally, if you can afford it, what's the purpose? It doesn't do nothing. I'd rather get 10 Rollies before I get a Richard Millie.
So would you buy it? Okay, you look in your account tomorrow. Damn, you got 250. I mean, let me be realistic. Let's say you got $5 million in the bank tomorrow. Okay, everything paid. Would you buy a Richard Millie with that kind of money in your bank?
No, that's not even the first thing on my mind.
Okay.
It's not even the first thing. I'm a type of person, I'll take half of that, and that's just going to be a security blanket. I'm not even going to touch 2.5. Security blanket.
You know what it is? When you come from being in a position where you understand having a lot, not having as much.
Dell taught me that.
I'm a be honest. That I believe, like, when I become rich and famous, the joke is going to be that nigga is still cheap. Like, he is not, like, I'm not, my friends that know me know, like, whoa, wait a minute. Nigga, do we really need toothpaste? Put that back. Like, you know, like, I'm that kind of cheap. It's like, nigga, we need this. Okay.
Hey, I'm still paying bills with my poor.
Yeah. So, me and this guy went out a lot, right? Right? This boy, he seen me in action, right? Matter of fact, I'm just going to use the last drink. My birthday that just passed, right? It was small, private joint. I invited a few people. I posted on the gram, but it was something. It wasn't that amazing like the parties we did in the past. Right? And now it's my birthday. On your birthday, you normally get treated.
Absolutely.
There was no treating. Tab came out. Tab was a little crazy. Way more than what I expected.
What's the tab? We got full transparency. What was the tab?
So we had about, how many people we had?
It was a hair crack.
We had about, like, I'm going to say 10, 11 people. Tab was about 2,500.
What?
Yeah, listen, right?
Wait.
At this point, right?
$2,500 American dollars?
Yeah,
I just got to the spot like 7 minutes in.
Yeah.
7 minutes in. I'm like, oh, Doc, what's up? So I'm around the action.
Yeah.
He gets the tab. I'm like, hey.
I was like, Reese like, damn, who paying that? I said,
that's when you step back with the ooh.
Now I'm gonna keep 100. My man gave me a check. Okay. He had to.
Okay.
He gave me a check like, I was like, no. He's like, no, you know, all right, cool. But the place like, who passed it? I'm gonna take care of it. So
shout out to you.
People asking me this, right? Yo, why you gonna pay that tab? Like, it's your birthday. Have people ante up. I'm all about everybody having a good time.
Right.
Have a good time. At least when you know you come party with me, you gonna have a good time. I get that somewhere later on down the line. You might have an event and I get in for free.
Absolutely.
It don't equal to the tag.
Nah, not 25. You get into 2,500 of my events for free. You pay that.
But I get in for free, and that's what I try to tell people is about networking. I ain't worrying about the tab. I'll make the money back. I work hard. Everybody know I work hard.
Right.
But I'm about you with me. You have a good time.
I'm with that.
No bullshit. Money gonna come and go.
When, cause your birthday, I know you kind of do it big every year around your birthday.
October 13th.
Okay.
Libra.
All right.
Okay.
So this, did we miss this one?
Oh,
What you got planned? You got any? You know
All
what
right,
you doing
so-
next year yet?
next year is a 10-year anniversary for me being home.
Amen. Amen to
Um,
that. T-Mac, that's my guy.
Yeah.
Add the claps in when he say that. You know, like that, like big claps on
Yeah.
that 10 years
10th
being home.
anniversary being home. I'm doing big.
Reese, pour me a little bit of that.
Suit and tie, dresses and gowns.
Suit and tie. Okay, now. hold
That's the
on.
only way we doing it. You got Gucci on it, better be Gucci shoes, Gucci suit.
So I can't wear a Dickie.
No,
suit?
no Dickies,
Dickie
no
suit.
boots, no
Okay.
sneakers, no none of that. We doing it here in Philly. I'm gonna find a location, and then I'm doing it down ATL. Everybody know I love ATL. And then I'm going down Miami.
Oh, this now, yeah. He's not
Yeah, we
playing.
doing.
He's
It's gonna be
world
epic.
tour.
It's gonna be epic. I'm gonna get with my homie. A lot of people I know him. Ron. He got Uncuts Miami. He doing something in Philly, bringing it back. So I'm gonna be linking with him and my homeboy Diddy. Everybody know I roll the streets with Diddy. We call him the mayor.
Okay.
Got a lot
okay.
of connections.
So it's gonna be big. Listen.
And shout out to cousin E. He been holding me down since I've been home.
Okay. Okay. Listen, I don't know everybody. Listen, but we definitely gonna tag everybody. We need everybody to follow the wave. I tell everybody, what I'm doing is building something. I want to talk to the people that are on their way, right? Like, $1 million worth of game. Shout out to Gilly, shout out to Wallow. They talk to people that's already lit, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to Nori, Drink Champs. He talk to people that's been lit. We celebrating legends.
Yeah.
I want to be the guy that I'm on my way. Let me go talk to J.O. real quick. Let me stop in Philly. Let's have something to drink. So I need anybody out there, man, that if you know somebody that's doing something, come holler at me. It's always going to be a good vibe. But
Well, you definitely need to get the mayor up here. He got connections downtown City Hall. We was at the Eagles game in Atlanta with the mayor.
yeah, I wouldn't know how to act. And they were like, who is this? Yeah, he's drunk as hell.
She told me, I really don't want to take this picture with you because y'all whooping us right
Talking
now.
about Atlanta. Talking about
Listen.
Atlanta, man.
Atlanta mayor.
And then, oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Atlanta mayor.
Shout out to Atlanta. My mom live in Atlanta. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of love Atlanta for real. Definitely love Atlanta. All right, so we got to get out of here. Before we get out of here, though, we're going to let V-Dot get us out of here. We're going to take a shot to something. I'll let you
All
tell
right.
us to what, and we're going to leave. Everybody say your little closing remark before we get out of here.
All right, I want to take a shot. Pull me up a little bit. I want to take a shot. This is for peace, love, happiness. And, all right, that's good. You trying to get me out of here.
He trying, bro. You see what he poured in my
Yeah,
shit?
he trying to get me
I'm
out of here.
going to go to the back
Yeah,
pour half
yeah.
that joint down there. This for the homies. But go ahead.
This shot is for peace, love, and happiness, man. And having self-control and believing in self. That's the most important with us in the African American community. We need to believe in self. You know what I mean? And we can move forward. So let's toast to that.
I'm with that.
And until 2022 be everybody year, be America's year.
Listen, we're going to say it more specific to black people's year.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? We didn't have enough losses. Before we get out of here, man, I'm going to tell y'all I love y'all. I love, you know what I'm saying? I love life. I love myself. I love everybody out there. Black people, I'm going to issue a challenge this week. When you see another black person, I don't care where you at, what you doing, smile at them. A lot of times we walk past each other, we mean bug each other. We so trained to be in that war mode. Nah, I want to change that. Black people, BPL. I know y'all know BBL. No, it's BPL. Black people love. When you see a black person, love on them. Hey, smile at them. Reese, you got anything before we get out of here?
Nah, just come check us out. Philly Cuts, 4409 Chestnut Street, Philadelphia, PA. I'm Maurice the Barber, MauriceDabarber.
Hey, Doc, you want to give me your tag before we get out of here?
And I'm King Jaffe, KingJaffe_. Holla at
Listen. We out of here. J.O.